Right, looks like this has gone live, so I'll do my usual thing of waiting for a couple of minutes, see who, if anyone, comes along. Before we get anything underway. Yeah, it might actually help if I did actually announce these things in advance, I suppose. Alright, well, not the biggest shock to see Panther UK there. Hello, Nobby. Believe me, I've been called far fucking worse. So we have one of the two people who actually knew that this was happening. I wouldn't be remotely surprised if that was it. It does at least tell me that the stream is working. Well, I mean, you can if you want. I don't. I don't think it's going to make a hell of a lot of difference, but you can give it a shot if you want to try that. It's not going to be this quiet all the time. I'm just. Well, yeah, I'll give it another couple of minutes and see who comes along, and then we'll get it underway. No, we actually have two. So I never know how to pronounce your YouTube name. Mick KDC. That'll do. Right, light up a fag and then we'll get this underway. My vast audience of two, I think, yeah, that'll do for a start. Mick DC. Okay, alright. I'm sure I'll remember that. Or not. Alright, anyway, right, let's get this show on the road. So I'll start with the usual thing, pointing out that I only have one screen, so I have to keep minimising the minimising the game in order to see the chat. So I have to keep catching up with that. I can't answer everything, immediately. And then we'll go on to what we're actually going to be doing for this video. Thargoid exploration. It's basically going to be split into two parts. The first half, I'm going to be looking for basically salvage while I'm here in Thargoid space. There's one system in particular that I find works quite well, and even though I'm not actually targeting, Thargoid-based salvage, so I'm not going after, stuff like, Thargoid probes or sensors or, anything like that. Obviously, if I do find them, I'll grab them, but that in itself could could result in a couple of issues, which well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And then the second part, we will take the carrier to a Thargoid controlled system and put it in orbit of a planet, or more likely a moon, that has a Thargoid structure. We'll head down and we'll do some salvage of whatever I can find from said Thargoid structure, and take a look at the Thargoid device and how you can use that thing. So yeah, if you are a newcomer or simply not done it before, then yeah, there might be something worthwhile there. So although I'll be checking out a lot of non-human signal sources in space, I am not going to be actually attacking any Thargoids. Let me just double check something while I'm still semi-waiting. Okay, right, the stream is still going, I wasn't sure. Right, I'm almost with you. Now I am with you. Right, so let's lay in the course. We're currently in Maya, which is not one of my favourite systems, especially after last night. The Frontier servers seem to be going all fucky again last night. And when I moved the carrier into Maya, I actually put it in orbit of Maya A2A, and as you can see, there are a fair few carriers already in orbit there. But it put me so close to the Obsidian orbital station. I mean, I was about 700 and something kilometres away, so it wasn't even in megameters. But it sent the thing haywire. So when I dropped out of Supercruise to the carrier, it was at a point where the carrier was just getting further and further away, and I just could not catch up with it. I fucking hate that bug. That's the first time that's happened to me with regards to my carrier, but I know plenty of people who have had that issue crop up with them. The other thing is, because I was so close to Obsidian Orbital, it was almost like it put us into the same instance. So when I went to carrier services, instead of coming up, welcome to go fuck yourself, it actually came up, welcome to Obsidian Orbital. Even though I wasn't in Obsidian Orbital, I was in my carrier. So yeah, that was a real fucking bollocks job. I honestly thought Frontier were going to bundle Horizons in with Odyssey to sweeten the deal, even more so to speak, so seeing they made it free from 27th of October was a surprise. It was a surprise, but, well, look at the response it's got. Loads of fucking whining and moaning about it. Frontier, or, you know, the community of this game should be grateful that I'm not in charge of Frontier developments, because I would have seen that reaction and reversed the decision and said, okay, you can carry on fucking paying for it. Anyway, so we are going to head to Asteropy. Short jump. We're going to spend the bulk of this first half of the video in the Freakazoo, which is my Xeno research ship. Like I say, we're going to be going to a lot of non-human signal sources, but I have no intention on opening fire on any Thargoids. So if you come here hoping to see you know, Xeno combat or whatever, no, not this time. This ship really isn't outfitted for combat. I've also just realised I've not done the sound options. Let's make it so that I'm not drowned out. There we go. Right, now the audio should be okay.
Shift drive charging.
Speed restrictions have been lifted. We'll see you soon, Commander.
4, 3, 2.
So to help us out with these Thargoid signal sources, I'm carrying something in my cargo hold. Just start fuel skipping. Right. So yeah, in the cargo hold I've got 2 metal alloys. Oh fucking hell. Major Tom, Type 10. I really do not have the sort of weapons loadout to take on a Type 10, but I'll give it a go. I do like destroying Type 10s. Where is he? Here he is. So we'll get ourselves into a position so it's easier for him to interdict us, and we'll see what happens. I was going to say, I'm not that far away from you. I have no chance now. Well, if I was in almost any other ship, I would rate my chances very highly. But, yeah, in this thing, and like beam lasers, I've got 4 of them. But they are 2 class 2s and 2 class 1s, and the old Guardian shark cannons, you can't engineer them, so they are completely stock. And well, I got rid of his shields, but I think he's going to start running long before I've sort of brought him down to any like serious damage. Now too far away. The shark cannon spread is going to be too wide.
Under attack.
I mean, I'm used to using these weapons against Thargoids, not against fucking Type 10. It really doesn't help when I can't see a fucking thing because he keeps using missiles. So yeah, I'm firing away, but yeah, he's only at 62. I haven't done anywhere near enough damage. And now he's too far away. The spread from shark cannons is too wide, and that's because that star is so fucking bright. I couldn't see the targeting reticle. So I got him down to 32, but this is almost certainly where he's going to now fucking run. That cargo he's dropped will be illegal, so even if I wanted to pick it up, it'll be more hassle than it's worth. Hurry up and reload. Ah, that's what I was afraid of, his fucking shields will back up. Does combat get any slower than, you know, Anaconda versus Type 10? And that's him down. I did not expect that fight to go on for that long. I thought he was going to give up long before then. 247 is fine. He's dropped some... he's dropped 2 grade 5 materials. Shame my Yeah, salvage is all illegal. Shame I'm maxed out on all of the materials though, so no point gathering them. So now let's get out of here and actually go on to do what I'm actually here for. Right, I don't want anything around there because they're all far too far away. I want, ideally, threat 5s. Threat 4 and 3 are just going to be scouts, they're useless. There's a threat 5 there. Right. Let's go and take a look. Set that. Looks like I've got a few more people viewing. I'll check the messages in a sec. Right, almost in. Let's see what's here. No Thargoid. Black box and damaged escape pod. I want both of those. So that will be handy. That black box is in a really fucking awkward place. I'm not going to get it from this fucking angle. Yeah, there it is. Notice the way that the bits of debris just sort of like appear from out of nowhere. Well done, eh? If you are somewhat new to the game, if you're picking up cargo like this, I'll grab that damaged escape pod as well. Fuck off. Yeah, if you're picking up cargo like this, you've got to be doing no more than 40 meters per second. Otherwise you're going too fast. If you're picking up materials, you just don't pick it up. If you're going after a cargo like this and you hit it faster than 40, you destroy it. Tactical data I don't need, it's worthless. That's it, that's all there is there. There was no Thargoid, which made it easier but not very interesting. Let's just have a check at some of these right, Herodians here. I can understand if anyone bought Horizons within the last week or so, but those who had it for years, me included, would easily have had their money's worth from it. Whinging giver, yeah. Who else we got? Right, Charlie Farr. Fucking hell, I didn't think I'd ever see you watching one of these. Custard Horror as well. Looking at the chat, I'm guessing they're charging full whack for space legs. I really hate that term. But yeah, they were always going to. Type 10s are the ones that spam shield cells when their power plants are destroyed. I never bother targeting power plants, I just go all out for destroying the, just going after the hull. They're making Horizons free to everyone. Yeah, okay. It's all about this announcement that yeah, Horizons is effectively going to be free to everybody who bought the original Elite or the original Elite Dangerous, but don't yet have Horizons. You'll be getting it for free from October the 26th, which is my birthday. There you go. Isn't that riveting? Right, next threat 5. Here we go. Roger, can you imagine being, you know, the one cunt, and there's bound to be one, who sees Horizons on October 26th and thinks, I'll buy that. Yeah. You know there will be one. So we need to be 9.33 megameters away to drop in. We're practically there. Here we go. Alright.
Scan detected.
Oh, I was going to say again, no Thargoid, but yes, there is. There he is. So we'll scan him, and it sounds like there is a Thargoid sensor in the area. Now, because I've got those meta alloys in the hull, once he's scanned me, there you go, he's now just completely fucking buzzing away. So while he's doing that, we'll quickly go and grab this Thargoid sensor. Oh, I really could do without that glare on the screen. There we go. Now I want to try and get this before it comes round, because otherwise he'll grab it straight from me. He won't be pissed off about me collecting it. There we go. But yeah, if he found it before I did, he'd have grabbed it. Now, there's a bit of a problem with me doing this, because now if I go to any other Thargoid site and they scan me, yeah, they'll get that fucking buzz again from the meta alloys. But as soon as they come round, they will attack me, because they won't like the fact that I've got that probe on me. I've got to go and drop it off. So I have to take that back to the carrier. So that's where I am. Okay, he's pissing off anyway, but I don't want to be boosting back into that cloud and getting mass locked again.
Ready to engage. 3, 2.
Now I could really do with getting there without being dragged out of height space, and thankfully I will. So this is basically just a short stop to drop off that Thargoid sensor. Once that's been dropped off, we'll go back to Asteropy, because I haven't even, I didn't even do 20 minutes of trying to find any salvage there. So while we are en route, right. Charlie 5, I bought this close to launch and have played it once. Well, you got your money's worth there, eh? I mean, you did like it as well. Just come back to after a few months break, the completionist in me decided to try and get all the entries in the codex for the Orion Spur region. I still need to get one more codex entry, and getting it is going to be a real pain in the arse, because I need a Class O Supergiant star, and the one it gives you in the codex is Alnitak, which is one of the stars in Orion's belt if you're a bit of an amateur astronomer. But I'd already been there before the codex got added, so when I went back there to try and add it to the codex, no, it wouldn't have it. It didn't treat it as a new system or a new space body. So yeah, it won't get added. Likewise, if I ever go back to the galactic core region and go back to Sagittarius A star, because I've already been there, it won't add the supermassive black hole to the codex either, because I'd already scanned it, which is fucking annoying, but also typical Frontier developments, really. Alright, so here we are.
Communications established. We are ready to meet docking request. Permission granted.
Now, hopefully none of the authority ships that are constantly hanging around are going to scan me, because that Thargoid probe I'm carrying is illicit cargo. Not that I would have any difficulty paying off the fine if they did, you know, scan me and find it, but it's a bit of a ball ache because I would have to do it from a neutral system. As it is, looks like we're okay. Alright, so let's get that sensor transferred. I've now got 4 of them. Alright, that is everything. Just double check, see if anyone has actually bought anything from my... Nope. Just in case any of you who are watching this, yeah, that's what I'm selling. I mean, I've got metal alloys, you know, you're welcome to come along and buy them. Prototype tech, precious gems, antiquities, antique jewellery, they're all relatively rare. So before we launch, let's have another look at the messages here. Again, all about the announcement. I remember you mentioning that in your last video about the alloys. Had no idea metal alloys did that with Thargoids. Well, I think they do a bit. They do something else as well, which I'll you know, I'll check. Yeah, well, I'll go into that a bit more later on. New dev diary just launched, shows walking about stations in real time. Yeah, sounds riveting. I haven't bothered watching it. I went to Alnitak last night to grab that, but I'm in the same boat with the A and B giants. I visited most of them, gonna have to use EDSN to find others, and hope I haven't got those as well. Good luck with that, because I tried that, and guess what? Class O stars, there isn't a Class O supergiant variant you know, available to check, so you're going to have to go to pretty much every Class O, maybe double check that the you know, the solar mass or whatever is big enough, and then you know, just hope that it would be classed as a supergiant. But yeah, I've not had any luck doing that so far. Even Star Citizen has walking around in stations. When Star Citizen is embarrassing you, that's when you need to hang your head in shame. Well, I mean, Elite Dangerous will always have one thing over Star Citizen. It actually got published. Star Citizen never will. So, right. Let's head back to Asteropy. And hopefully this time, I'm not just going to straight away find some Thargoid probes or sensors. Although that said, there's no way I'm going to, you know, refuse the chance to grab any. I mean, Thargoid probes, I'm keeping 2 and I will be using them at some point in this vid, but any spare, I should be able to get at least 2.5 million for each of those.
And you're clear. Best of luck, Commander.
Thargoid sensors are nowhere near as valuable, but I reckon I can get 1 million for that.
4, 3, 2.
I don't want to tell you, it's like a fucking furnace in here. Right, no Type 10s waiting for me this time. See, I don't mind Type 10s attacking me because they are quite easy. The fact that I was able to destroy one in this ship, I think rather illustrates that. It's when they're, you know, failed lance or members or something, that's when I don't fucking like them. Right, anyway, let's when there are a lot of signals, yeah, it gets really jerky in here. 6s and 7s, a lot of the time I find they are those really big old signals where it starts off with scouts and then other interceptors show up a bit later on. Right. Less than a minute left for this one, but I should be able to get there in time. This is cutting it really fucking fine. 10 seconds. I ain't gonna do it, but yeah, only just. And oh, actually, that's not so bad. Hopefully, he's not gonna go flying through it all like he sometimes does. But I want some of that search and rescue stuff that's there. Now the other thing, as well as him sort of like, you know, buzzing off his tits like that, actually I better grab that occupied escape pod first, because otherwise he'll come along and take it. But yeah, as well as doing that, it also means that they are less aggressive towards you if you then hang around in the instance. There you go, got that. So he's scanning away at the black box and that, so I mean he's quite close by. Yeah, there he is. And he just doesn't care that you're there. Or at least he doesn't care initially. If you hang around for too long, he does get a bit knocked. Well, there you go, he's even flown into me. And doesn't give a monkey's toss. A lot of the time, he did break a load of stuff though. But yeah, if the meta alloy hadn't had its effect on him, as soon as he flew into you, he'd be going ballistic and attacking you now. So it has a sort of yeah, a sort of calming effect on him. Well, either that or he's just stoned off his fucking nuts. Alright. Well, all that's safe anyway, so I'll still carry on checking out other signal sources around here. I'm hoping to find some more like decent rare stuff like the prototype tech and oh, fucking look at the state of it. But yeah, if I can find stuff like prototype tech, antiquities, precious gems, anything like that, yeah, I'll have a bit of that. Right, 4 minutes on this one, that should be no problem. But there will be no problem. Can you fly Thargoid ships? No. Or use their tech in some other way? No. At least not yet. It's possible that that may change. Personally, I hope it doesn't, but... What we got? Damaged escape pod. Well, it's not useless, but I'll take it. Finally got the scan finished. I didn't get anything from him anyway. I don't know if I'm going to reach this in time, especially as it's in another fucking awkward place. Oh, I think he was trying to pick it up, yes he was, and he didn't like me stealing it from him. He's now turned red, so time to bugger off. He didn't exactly pursue me, you know, particularly aggressively. The fact that I wasn't mass locked at all, or there was no mass lock factor once I decided to bugger off. So, right, next signal. There we go. Right, what else have we got here? Oops. Alright. Never seen a Thargoid ram another ship. Well, I think ordinarily they don't, but yeah, in this case, he was under the influence of that metal alloy. Mind you, he didn't seem to have anywhere near as much effect on that one that I've just been to. So yeah, it could be that it will affect some more than others. I've been fucking lucky so far. Not a single one of these has been scout signals yet. I'll definitely take the occupied escape pod. Thought I'd fuck that. I'm not going to bother with scientific samples, they're not that valuable. But I'll take the black box because again that's search and rescue. But if you are going after search and rescue stuff, don't hand them in this system, in a therapy. They pay you next to fuck all for them. I mean, you're never going to make a fucking fortune from handing these in, but yeah, austerity in particular, they really don't pay you much at all. Right, here we go. There was a Thargoid ship in one of the earlier games called the Mirage, I believe, which is hotly contested as being a myth. Pretty sure it was in there. You're not referring to the one that you could fly in Frontier, are you? I heard of a mothership in Frontier that you could fly, but I highly suspect that to be a myth as well. Okay, yeah, that's the one I was just referring to. You could fly it, but you had to basically hack the game or have like a cracked version. I think it got put in there as a way for Frontier developments, as they were then, to see who actually had a cracked version and who had a legit version, because they knew, quite rightly, that anyone with a cracked version who managed to get access to the Thargoid ship would never be able to resist using it. So, right, that's that one. Got plenty of time there. Let's just check any more. Apparently you needed to have elite rating to get it and find its location. I think it was only in one system. I haven't got a clue where it was. I never even bothered getting it. But you all know the enzyme missiles in this game are utterly pointless. And oh yeah, yeah, I forgot about those. Yeah, the enzyme missiles you can get. But yeah, they are a fucking waste of time. I mean, I've got them unlocked. I've unlocked everything from the tech brokers, but yeah, enzyme missiles are a fucking waste of time. I mean, if you played PvP, that's about the only time they come close to being useful. And they're still fucking useless even then. I'd probably go so far as to say they are the most useless weapon in the entire game. And there are quite a few power play weapons that are pretty useless, but not as useless as the enzyme missile. Let's see what's here. And still no scouts. I'm fucking really lucking out the day. Right, well, I'll take both occupied escape pods. I'll also take the platinum, but that is it. I'm not going to bother with consumer technology or silver. You may have noticed I've got silver on the ignored list. That's how valuable I consider that. Again, I can barely see the fucking readout here. The display rather, for the cargo scoop. I think we're alright. First person to say use collector limpets. Yeah, fuck off. It's not like, you know, it's particularly difficult to pick these up manually. Just keep it in the middle of the crosshairs there. Don't go over 40 and you've got it picked up. So, no. Unless I'm doing mining, I never use collector limpets. Right, I'll grab the platinum as well. Because, well, I sell platinum for about 39,000 on my carrier. So if you buy them from me, you can make a profit on them at almost any station you take it to. Yeah, we get the feeling I should have speeded up a bit there. I'm still not finding any really good salvage yet. They aren't even good in PvP because they have. Oh, we're going back the enzyme missile thing again, aren't we? Very much agree. Unless you're mining, collect Olympics are a waste of internal slot. Yeah. Well, the other thing is, I don't see the point of spending 101 credits per limpet just to pick something up. It takes just a few seconds to pick it up, Do it manually. Stop being a lazy cunt. I don't think Jimbo 76 is watching at the moment, but yeah, he uses Collect Olympics all the fucking time. And I'm always having a dig at him about it. Right, that was a threat 5, wasn't it? Yep, right, let's check this one. Do you think this one might actually have a fucking Thargoid in it? I mean, I was expecting, to have like loads of these signal sources and have them all being full of scouts. I mean, I think it's barely half of them have even had a fucking Thargoid of any description in them. Not that I'm complaining, it does make collecting the salvage an awful lot easier. Right, what we got here? Right, well there is a Thargoid here this time. What's 2 occupied escape pods? Oh, I really do, we're getting both of those. But I'm not going to have time to get both, he'll take one. So I guess while he's taking one, I'll take the other. So let him go off on his little trippy session. Still didn't get any data from that. I only need to get data from one more ship. And I will have... Oh, fuck it, go after this one. He'll go after that one that's nearer. Yeah, I can hear he's already picking it up. So if he gets that, hopefully I'll get this one. But yeah, I need data from one more Thargoid ship. And I'll have 8,000 encoded materials. I know that's not the whole point, but at the moment I'm not doing anything else with them, so I may as well see how many I can actually get.
Shift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Right, so we'll carry on for another 10 minutes and then we'll head back to the carrier and start part 2 of this. Threat 5. Because, well, this is something that I plan on doing because I want to, have salvage on my carrier to sell. But I am well aware that it doesn't make for the most scintillating of viewing. So 9 megameters away before we can drop out of this one. This is by far the most signal sources, non-human signal sources I've been to that have not had any Thargoids here. And there's a Thargoid probe here. There's no way I'm not picking that up. That does of course mean that I will be heading back to the carrier as soon as I've got this. That'll mean I've now got 5 of the fucking things. You watch, I'll now... Oh, I was going to say I'll now fucking destroy it trying to pick it up. That was fucking close. Anyway, that now means that any Thargoids who scan me will go ballistic once they've got over their initial high. So we'll take this back to the carrier, and that will be it, I think, for salvaging from signals out here.
Frameshift drive charging.
Mind your tenacity, I mean, what do you actually need that data for other than Thargoid weapon synthesis? Actually, I'm not even sure if the Thargoid encoded data is used in that. I remember when I was maxed out on Thargoid wake scans. I finally got maxed out on it and I was like, yeah, fucking excellent, 150 of those, great. And then I checked on Inara, they're not used they're not used for fuck all. No synthesis, no engineering, no nothing. So yeah, that was great. Right, time to check one more. Panda UK, make some good viewing if you've never seen it before. I mean, it's not difficult. I know you're still sort of getting the grips with some of it, but I mean, you've seen if you enter a non-human signal source and there's a Thargoid interceptor in there, as long as you don't open fire on it, a lot of the time it'll ignore you. You don't have to have those the meta alloys in the cargo hold. I mean, they certainly help, but if there's, you know, salvage in there and it's stuff that the Thargoid doesn't want, which is pretty much everything except escape pods, damaged or occupied, Thargoid probes, Thargoid sensors, and meta alloys. Those are the only things it will take. Everything else it will leave behind. So, you know, once you're in there and the Thargoid has scanned you, just like back off a bit, give yourself a bit of space between, you know, your ship and the Thargoid. Let it do its thing, and then it will just bugger off, and then you can just go after whatever salvage is there. And that said, you know, a lot of the salvage is not worth very much. You may have noticed I was very particular about what I picked up. So yeah, I mean, if you are going after salvage, a lot of the time you grab it and you just sell it all at the first station you come to. But some of it is worth, you know, a decent amount, and that's when I think, right, I'll sell that myself. I'm not going to take it to a station. I think I've rather overshot that. I mean by a significant amount. Oh fucking yeah, here we go. Right. So let's start off by getting my structural repairs and everything else done. I've got nothing to hand in at the... Actually, yes I do, I have got something to hand in at the Redemption office. Transfer this lot to fleet carrier. So let me just check how many search and rescue items have I got now. Right, damaged escape pod 6, occupied 8, so that's 14. 14, 25, 27, 27 of them. That's enough to hand in one go, so yeah, I'll do that when I'm anywhere but in this fucking system. Right. Well, I'll keep the metal alloys in the hold because they, as you've seen, have their uses. Let's just have another quick look at the chat transcripts. Where are we? Right. Our fleet carriers are a bit more affordable now. I seem to recall they were a bit expensive to start off with some kind of maintenance cost. Maintenance cost was what was really dropped. Yeah, initially it was ridiculous. It was something like 145 million a week. Now they are about 25 million a week, and yeah, that's fucking effortless. Fleet carriers themselves, they still cost 5 billion. Once I'd finished outfitting my one with the modules and that I wanted, it came to 6.5 billion, and I made that all back in 68 days. So yeah, fine. Right, where are we? Only limpets I use now are research ones in case I find any of the things which can be used on, like those weird pods. Well, there's plenty of things you can use them, including Thargoids. So yeah, there's no shortage of the things you know, to use research limpets on. Oh, here we go, yeah. It is using AX and weapons synthesis, not the Guardian stuff, bog standard stuff that came before that. The oh, hang on, no, that's referring to the Thargoid encoding materials, isn't it? My fleet carrier is running about 20 million a week in maintenance, but I'm on a break from the game at the moment and don't jump it. And I have enough to keep it going for 2 years. Yeah, I think I've got just shy of 4 years worth on mine to cover the running costs. Don't buy one if you only have 5 billion credits. That's madness. That is the mistake that loads of people did. As soon as they heard that the fleet carriers were going to cost 5 billion, loads of players all piled over into Boran and just kept on mining low temperature diamonds until they got to 5 billion. Then the fleet carriers got added. They spent the 5 billion on the fleet carrier, had absolutely fuck all left, realised that they didn't have enough to you know, buy any of the additional you know, parts for it. And yeah, they fucked themselves up, and then they blamed Frontier Developments for it. It's not Frontier Developments' fault at all. It's you know, it's not rocket science. It's fucking self-explanatory. You've got to leave yourself credits to do, you know, other stuff. But no, none of these cunts fucking had the intelligence to figure that out for themselves. So. Right, Christian WN, can you see Thargoids early on? Yeah, if you come out to the Pleiades Nebula region, that's where they are. You can see them, you know. They could be among the first ships you see if you really want to. You just got to be in the right area. Oh, there we go, yeah. You can see them in your starter Sidewinder if you go to the right place. Yeah. Panther UK, I'm fairly new and I've seen some Thargoid scavengers. Yes, and we're going to see a few more because, yeah, I think we're done with the signals that we see out in space. So let's have a look for a Thargoid planetary base. Now, the way I tend to look for them is at the moment I've got the view configuration showing civilizations. Now I've got it so it's not showing any systems that have no civilizations at all. And any green systems that show up here are Thargoid systems. Now really I want to go to one that I haven't been to before. And you know, there's a reasonable number of Thargoid systems. Been to that one, not been to this one. There's only one star here. That's good, so it's not going to be too far away. 3 jumps. Right, off we go.
Ship released. Departure confirmed.
So it looks like we'll be certainly scanning at least 2 systems.
Frameshift drive charging.
You have now departed the
I just thought, oh, okay, yeah, I did put the probe in the cargo hold of the carrier.
4, 3, 2.
Oh, it's going to pull me out, isn't it? No, no. Okay. Shitty Tintari star, so I can't fuel scoop from it, so let's... no planets, it's all stars, so that was a quick one. Right, 2 more to go. What I normally do, as soon as my heat level goes below 50, I can then press hyperspace and jump to the next one. If you are travelling away from the primary star, I know there are some players who do it as early as once the heat level goes below 60. I tried that once in my Beluga. Yeah, it wasn't a good idea. This doesn't look very promising. But it's okay. I didn't look to see if it was an M-class or a T-Tauri or what, so... Okay, it is Class M. Let's quickly map this lot. There's not going to be any valuable planets here at all, because around Class M, the best you're likely to get are rocky ice worlds. Occasionally you will get something half decent, but you would never want to bet the mortgage on finding anything like that. Alright, that's that system done. Short scoop done. Next stop then is the system we want.
Frameshift drive charging.
Would help if I was paying attention to the heat level there. I'm amazed I wasn't pulled out of hyperspace once on that trip. Not many planets here. That'll make finding where the Thargoid base is A lot easier. So it's bound to be gas giants. There it is. Locations, Thargoid 1. So that's where the base is. We'll map. Fucking hell, there's not a lot in this system at all. Okay, now what I will do now, if there's anybody who is currently a passenger on my carrier, yeah, you're about to be transported to this system. Right, 1A, that is the one with the Thargoid location, yep. So it's going to be orbiting that moon. So let's just quickly bring up the chat. Mick DC, I had a Thargoid bug out once, no pun intended. It just sat there mimicking everything I did. I've had a few Thargoid bugs. One handy one is when you're attacking one and it just stops and doesn't do anything, so you can just destroy it at your leisure. I did see the Galnet article about the terrorists attacking stations using Thargoid explosives, and I thought that's a convenient way to explain reusing the same assets. I mean, really. What pissed me off about that is I was one of a few people who thought about that Thargoid hybrid that appeared briefly, the Orthrus, and but no. Looks like it's got nothing to do with it, which is a pain in the arse. Apparently UK, that's probably about 15 jumps for me. No, I mean I know the Python doesn't have a great jump range, but it's not quite as bad as 15 jumps. As it is, in about 15 minutes you'll be there anyway. Apparently that was all part of the story, according to community manager Artie. He said it was all part of the 2-year story which had already been finalised. Time will tell, I guess. Yeah, that sounds awfully convenient. In 2 years' time everyone will have forgotten about it, and that's precisely what Frontier developers are hoping for. Either that or the writers are frantically rewriting parts of the story. Yeah, I suppose they probably are. My theory is all this 2-year story stuff is a reaction to players being desperate for content, so they're putting in stuff where they don't have to make any effort and hoping players are idiots. Or if there's one thing the vast majority of the Elite Dangerous community has proven time and again, it's that they are fucking idiots. Anyway, let's head over to this Thargoid structure. I suppose it would have helped if I'd actually got underway before I started reading out the comments, because it's not exactly close. So, if you are new to the game or you've not bothered with Thargoids at all, if you're looking for Thargoid bases or unknown structure scans as they appear as in the nav panel, yeah, your best bet is to just look for a system that is classed as Thargoid under civilizations, and you've got like a 90% chance that there will be a Thargoid structure there. So you then, when you arrive, scan the system and look for one which is almost certainly going to be a moon around a gas giant, and look for one that says that it has a Thargoid location. So you want to head to that. Then the next step is to map that planet, which is what we're going to do once we get there. Now they nearly always seem to be on the like dark side of the planets every time I arrive, so we're going to have to view it through the night vision, so you're not going to see it at its best, but you'll certainly see the thing. Very dark planet, this one. Right, so we'll quickly map it. Very small. Right, well, that will definitely do it. I'll wait for the mapping to be done. There we go.
Surface scan complete.
Don't know if we're not close enough yet to see the. There it is. Oh, it's not on the dark side, but this planet is very dark, so we probably still won't be able to see it very well. Now, because this moon is so small, we may have to be a bit careful with the approach.
Orbital flight engaged.
Yeah, we did. And yeah. What was I saying about maybe not needing, yeah, we do need it. So night vision is still required. Yeah, that was nice and smooth transition, that, wasn't it? So now we can actually lock onto it. Just start to make out the, well, first of all, that sort of like faint green mist around it again, like at the barnacle sites. And then as we get closer, yeah, that distinctive spiral shape. Now you can land outside it and bring your SRV into closer range, but I can't be arsed, so I actually land right in the central bit, which in an Anaconda can sometimes be easier said than done.
Landing gear deployed.
Right. Oh, well, it's fucking handy if it stays there. There we go. Not bad. Right. Let's check out the messages before we head out. I quite like the Thargoid bases and Guardian structures. Frontier developers can actually do decent things when they try. I just think there's more to them than farming materials. Sort of. Guardian stuff is probably my favourite content in the game. It was so fun trying to figure it out when it was first introduced. It had me absolutely fucking mystified for a while. Yes, because we need Thargoid dinosaur squirrels. I hope that makes sense to some people. I admit I had to check online when it had me stumped. Who knew it would be so simple as dumping a particular object in a particular spot? Yeah, so unlike Frontier Developments, that, isn't it? If there's one thing I hope for with Odyssey, it's being able to explore the Guardian and the Thargoid stuff way more in depth. It's a vain hope, but it's there. Right, I think that's what... Well, actually, I was going to say that's what the majority hope for. Clearly, no, that is not the case. The majority, at least if you go by comments, don't care one iota about, you know, the ability of being able to explore almost any planet in the galaxy you care to mention. No, they're not interested in that. But being able to walk around your ship, oh, that's the fucking most important thing that, you know, that whole feature can actually introduce. You don't want to walk around, you know, in the open on a planet surface. No, you want to be able to walk around your, you know, enclosed space of 100 feet and walk around that, because that's far more important, and therefore it's not being included. Listen to the way they fucking relentlessly bang on about it because it's not in there. It's not important. Right. Rant over. Let's let's deploy the SRV.
Drive assist. Cargo scoop deployed. Low gravity warning.
Now, when I get to a Thargoid base, especially when it's one I've not been to before, first thing I do is do a lap around the perimeter and see if any of these barbs, like this one, contain meta-alloys. Get back on there. There we go. So there's one. And of course, if you've not got the codex entries for the barbs or the scavengers, which you can see floating around, you can get them from here. And there are other codex entries that you can get from Thargoid bases that you can't get from barnacle sites. There's no barnacles at any of these, so you won't be getting those. But yeah, the barbs are there, and the scavengers are there. There are other things too. We'll check those when I've done my lap. They don't have any. Now I'm going to have a check of this part of the structure here, because sometimes, but not this time, you'll get a Thargoid uplink device. That is something else you can scan with the composition scanner. That's another codex entry. And you can also scan it for Thargoid encoded materials. Also, once you've scanned one of those Thargoid uplink devices, the base will then stay on the map. So when you return to the system, the structure will be showing on the planet. Otherwise, you've got to get in really close, like I did just now, before it will show up. But it looks like only one Thargoid barnacle, unless I browsed around a little bit too casually, which is entirely possible. There's one thing I have left out so far when it comes to collecting Thargoid salvage, which is that meta-alloys are the only ones that are perfectly safe to pick up. Everything else is corrosive. I thought that might have been a meta-alloy over there. Yeah, so everything else is corrosive, and you will take damage while you are carrying it in your cargo hold. Anyway, you'll see what I mean soon enough. Let's go inside. And here we are inside a Thargoid base. That's quite handy. I do like using these cave-ins, which they don't always have, but I like using them as like a point where I can, you know, get my bearings and find what I've found and what I haven't. So we'll head down to this chamber here. Right, technology samples, we'll take that. And Thargoid resin, we'll take that. Now these things, yeah, as you can see, are corrosive and they will start doing damage. These things that have dropped down are Thargoid links, and you'll need those, or one of them anyway. A little bit later on I'll show you what they are used for once I have finished plundering everything from this base. So again, the cargo capacity of your SRV is only 2, so let's take these back to the ship. Now, even though the salvage is corrosive, it's not horrendous, or at least not if you're carrying 2 at a time in your SRV. Now if you've got them on your ship, and if you do what I'm doing at the moment, which is basically emptying everything out of this base, which means you'll have anywhere from 8, well, 8, 9, 10 different items. That's the carrier has arrived. But yeah, if you've got like that many in your ship, they are going to cause serious damage. So you need corrosion resistant cargo racks, and a lot of my ships have corrosion resistant cargo racks. Okay, one other thing to show, this thing down here, you can't target it. That's a Thargoid pod. That's another codex entry. In fact, if we change this, yeah, there we go. So we'll scan that. There you go. So I've already got that scanned anyway. So, but yeah, that's another codex entry. So they are also worth scanning. Oh, this is one of those ones that has 2 like caved in sections. I'm trying not to drive over those pods, so there's a way out that it hasn't been blocked, and there isn't a way down. Okay, we'll take this way, and here, this is the central chamber where we have this enormous great thing here, which is rather generically called the Thargoid device. And shock horror, yeah, that's another codex entry. So Thargoid uplink devices, Thargoid pods, and now the Thargoid device. That's 3 more codex entries. Now that Thargoid device, yeah, you can use that, and I'll, like I say, I'll show you how to use that once I've finished plundering this lot. We'll use the turret. That is a Thargoid uplink device. So yeah, scan that with your composition scanner, add that to your codex, and then scan it with your data link scanner, and you get Thargoid encoded data. Those two there mean that I now have over 8,000 encoded data in my inventory. Alright, only one here. Thargoid technology sample. There's normally 4 of those uplink devices around each base, so yeah, you want to take a pretty good look within each base that you encounter, so that you can actually you know, interact with all of the uplink devices, get as much as you can from them. Alright, so I've got biological matter, we'll take that. Yeah, typical, I've knocked that other one. Right, let's take this slot back to the ship. I'll come back for that one that I knocked over in a second. Ah, yeah, that would be the one that's fucking blocked. There's nearly always a an entry or an entrance to these things that are blocked up. Now, obviously, if you don't have corrosive resistant cargo racks, you really don't want to be you know, emptying a Thargoid base of all this sort of stuff, whether it, you know, Thargoid resin, technology samples, biological samples. Your best bet is to leave it alone. Even if you do have the corrosive resistant cargo racks, unless you're doing a mission that Paladin gave you, and you'll get those missions if you land in Obsidian Orbital in Maya, then again you're probably best to leave them alone, because they're illegal almost everywhere. So to sell them, you have to sell them on the black market. So you only really want to be going after them if you've got a fleet carrier where you can store them, you know, on that thing. So we've got 4. Let's go back and get the next load. Was it that entrance I used? No, it wasn't.
Unknown system intrusion.
Is that the oops, the uplink device that I already scanned? Yes. Okay. Alright, what's the betting that I've fucked up here? Oh no, this is the one. Alright, so we want that Thargoid resin. Got more Thargoid links drop down from these these areas here. Alright, on to the next chamber, providing I don't crash into the fucking wall. Yeah, that's the blocked way out. particularly... Right, so this is the last of these side chambers here. Thargoid resin again. That is biological matter. Alright, we're a bit of a distance away from it, but can we scan this one? Yes, we can. So that's another Thargoid uplink device. Thargoid structural data is the only Thargoid, what do you call it, encoding material that I'm not maxed out on. So yeah, that is always going to be the only one I can get. A long old drive to get back to the surface again. So I've got one more trick to do for grabbing hold of all of this salvage. Trying to position myself under here, so like, here we go, because sometimes it can be a real pain in the arse. Right, last trip. I'll tell you what, I'm going to fucking go this way around. Go through. Oh, get out of the way, you fucking little cunt. Oh, that's what happens when you run over a pod. Don't think I scanned that uplink device. Yes, I did. Right, now in this central chamber there was that one there. Have you? I think that was the only one in here. It's rare that there is more than one. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we can find that last chamber. I think we can, because it was just before. There's a way out. Why didn't I use that last time? So I think this is the last chamber. Clearly it isn't. So where the fucking hell has that last one gone? Oh, it's because I'm in this fucking small, yeah, fucking the wrong part. Head back to the central chamber again. And we'll try this way. Fucking hell, ran over another one. Oh, for fuck's sake. You know what, it's only one fucking thing, so yeah, bollocks to it. So there's one item left, which I'm not going to bother picking up because I can't be asked to try and look for the fucking thing. Right, I have no idea how much damage I've taken, but I've taken a lot longer over failing to clear that base than I usually do. Right, so that one's in. So how many did I get in the end? 7 out of 8. Well, not terrible. Now how much damage did it do? Actually nothing like as much as I thought. 64% to the data link scanner, no surprise. So yeah, nothing like as bad as I thought it was. Besides which, if you have taken quite a lot of damage, all you need to do is board your ship, and the damage all gets repaired. It doesn't refuel you, nor does it resupply your ammo. You've got to dock to do that, but just doing this means that if you go back there, yeah, you'll see shield and hull back up to 100%. Now let's have a look at the chat, because I haven't checked here for a little while. Right, bloody hell, how much have I missed? Right, here we go. So, right, back to Odyssey. The majority just want to shoot other players in the face. That's the same people who just want to do nothing but griefing everyone around them. I'd walk around a planet with a Thargoid dinosaur squirrels. Yeah, so I'm, yeah, that's outside my area of expertise there. They will be the same players who would moan about having to get up and manually leave the ship every time too. Yeah, I mean, you know, the novelty of getting out your chair and walking around the ship to, you know, in order to leave it will disappear very fucking fast. So I'm one of those who I'm quite happy to never have that feature in it. I have to disagree with you on this. It is important. For years our ships have been a sense of identity for players. It's not wrong for wanting to see more of them than just the HUD, in my opinion. Well, you can look at it from the outside. What's wrong with that? I think they should simulate bowel movements so that you have to go to the restroom every now and then you are forced to explore the inside of the ship. You don't go giving them ideas, you know. The ships aren't a sense of identity because you have to pay £3 for a stupid decal or paint job, so you can't make it your own without being shafted. I've got plenty of paint jobs and what have you, so yeah, I'm saying nothing on that. Yeah, walking around the cockpit would be cool, but after a while that would get old quickly. I'd rather they put their time into developing engaging content on planets' surfaces. Yeah, that's pretty much what I think. What I'm also going to do is we're going to launch, because I want to get rid of this stuff that I've got in my cargo hold, and I want to dump it on my carrier. So I'll go back to the chat after that. So I thought I saw
Frameshift drive charging.
a frameshift wake. I was wondering if that was Panther. I did see he'd come into the game. Ah, yes, there he is. He's flying around. But I need a couple of bits from the carrier in order to actually use that Thargoid device there. So I'm not coming up here just to, you know, give myself something to do. I do need a few bits and pieces from here. You know, typical the carrier is on the other side of the planet. It's a good job the planet's fairly small. Also get rid of that message, I don't need to keep that there. Quo's online as well. No security ships now because, yeah, this system is not populated.
Access granted. Proceed to your allocated path, Commander.
Now the other thing is because I've left the structure there and Panther hadn't arrived, he's still flying around in space. When he lands, the whole instance will be reset. So that meta alloy that I grabbed will be there again, so will all the other salvage, but I don't think he has any corrosion resistant cargo racks, so yeah, don't pick any of that up. Just go for the meta alloy. Right, just fucking smoky eyes. Handing me universal cartographic data, 21,000. Yeah, it's no big deal. And I forgot about the Redemption Office stuff. So Codex Discoveries and the Bounty. Anti-Xeno Initiative. That reminds me, I think that the good old brain-dead Hank's Alliance of Anti-Xeno, I think that's gone. Now, I don't know if he's just renamed it Anti-Xeno Initiative because he was sick of people taking the piss out of what a fucking shit name it was, or if he has just somehow been kicked out and replaced by another Anti-Xeno faction. I'd piss myself if it was the latter, but you know. Anyway, let's go back to the chat before we head back down to the planet's surface. The ships aren't the sense of identity because you have to put... Oh no, I've already done that one. Yeah, walking around the cockpit would be cool, but after a while that would get old quickly. Yeah, that's exactly what I think. I'd rather they put their time into... Hang on, I've already said that one as well. You don't see the ship paint job from inside, so I don't agree with you. Well, you do if you're in a Corvette or an Anaconda. You can't make the cockpit your own without either shelling out money or on overpriced cosmetics. You do earn arcs in game now, just from playing it. So technically that isn't strictly true, although it takes you long enough to earn enough arcs to get any of the cockpit ones. You honest, I'm surprised they haven't modelled a generic interior room inside all ships, which you can customise with various objects. That will be another way for them to make money. Well, if it's true about being able to build bases on planets, then that is probably where that will come in. Are there black holes in ED? Yes, I was in the Maya system. There's a black hole in there. Okay, you've already answered that one. Right, you're missing the point. It's not the cockpit, it's the ship. They all have different cockpits no matter what you do, and some players use certain ships purely because they like the cockpit. Yeah, but on the other extreme, some players say, oh, I hate this ship, you know, it's shit, I'll never use it, and then, you know, when they tell you why, oh, because they don't like the cockpit, which I think is fucking moronic. The Mamba is a terrible ship, couldn't agree with that less, but the cockpit is amazing. I don't care about the cockpit, to be honest, especially in VR. I'm never going to use VR, so... and I assume flying into one is not the most healthy activity. Well, it's actually difficult to fly into one, but yeah, it's not a good idea. I love my Diamondback Explorer, but I don't care about walking around it. Yeah, I mean, it would be a nice addition, but for me it's not essential. No, it's not essential at all. Fucking hell, it's all about this fucking cockpit bollocks. Is there anything here that is not about you know, cockpits? No, here we go. The game prevents you getting too close. It's about black holes. It drops you out of secret cruise once you hit the exclusion zone, but yeah, you can still explode by overheating getting too close. Not if you go to Sagittarius A star, you overheat before it would drop you out. So you're not affected by its gravity, or just not enough to be pulled in. No, it doesn't let you get close enough for that to happen. Still need to head inside a Tharg base for some codex entries. Well, it used to be that you had to have one of three like particular items in order to gain entry to a Thargoid base. But it seems as though you now don't need them. Well, you just saw there, I didn't have any of them on me, and I was still able to go into the thing, so, you know. Is Raven still working on expanding ED, or has he moved on to other projects? Who fucking knows? He seems to have disappeared off the face of the earth. I can't stand the cunt anyway. Yeah, sounds like Athena thinks the same. They keep him in a cage and feed him Soylent Green, only let him out when players get too angry. They have to get to a ridiculous level though before he shows his face. Unbelievable to think that this franchise came from a single dude programming a simple vector graphics based game in his bedroom. Actually, if you're referring to Braben, all he did was program the vector based demo of the Cobra. It was Ian Bell who did the vast majority of programming and optimizing of the original Elite. So as far as I'm concerned, and a lot of other people, Ian Bell was the real brains behind the outfit. But yeah, Braben royally fucking shafted him. Was Ian involved in other Elite style games? No. Wasn't it initially Braben's idea? Yeah, so he did the initial vector demo like thing, but the rest of the game got you know, built around it. Right, let's have a look. Right, okay, that'll do then for that. Let's put the couple of bits that I need onto this ship. Actually, no, we'll start by taking this lot off. Get rid of Thargoid resin. I'll get rid of one of the metal alloys. Get rid of the, yeah, get rid of all of that. Right, confirm. Actually, what I will also do now is change ship. I want a smaller ship so it's easier to land. So we will jump into the Crite Mark II. Where is it? It's around here. There it is. The SS Eclectic Barbarella. This has 48 tons cargo capacity. 16 tons is in a corrosion resistant cargo rack, so that's all fine. So I can keep the metal alloys, and we can now transfer what we need. We need Thargoid probe. I will take 2 just in case. We need Thargoid sensor. Again, I'll take 2 just in case. Don't need to bring the Thargoid link because there are plenty of them down there in the thing. And what I will also do, because Thargoid and Guardian items, they do interact with each other. Now, just in case the Guardian casket doesn't work, I will also bring the Guardian relic. Alright, so I've got 2 metal alloys, Guardian casket, 2 Thargoid probes, 2 Thargoid sensors, and a Guardian relic. Okay, let's head back to the structure then. Now hopefully Panther is still flying around out here, so if you are, you might want to make your way to the Thargoid structure now, if you're not there already. Now I'm not going to bother picking up the metal alloy or any of the other salvage items from here.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Right, I'm not seeing Panther flying around, so I'm going to go on the assumption that he's on the planet's surface, and he's actually, okay, yeah, he's still in game. Oh, fucking hell, made a real bollocks up of this. Right, let's see if I can do it this way. Oh, he's landed. Right, okay. Can't open... Oh, can open comms if it's easier. Well, we're alright for the moment. We don't need to... we don't actually need to be winged or anything like that. If you've taken the metal alloy, then, you know, no problem. I'm not going to be using it, so... I'm not going to be grabbing it, so you may as well help yourself to that. So I'm seeing a signal. See if I can spot where his ship is. It looks like he's over there. Yeah. I will land semi-close to it. Because I don't want to be too close to the entrance, because I need to be able to use the turret and that of me SRV, so I can't see on the display here. it's saying I can land here, but that looks very fucking close to his Python. Yeah, I'm practically on top of it, so yeah, we'll not do that one. Come back here a little bit, 'cause, yeah, I thought there was another area here. Oh, there we go. Right. Jump into the Scarab.
Assist. Low gravity warning.
And before we head in, we need to transfer some of my cargo. So we'll transfer Thargoid probe, Thargoid sensor. So I am going to start taking corrosive damage. So, right, looks like Panther has emerged from his Python. So if you yeah, follow me, we'll head into the structure, like so. Yeah, he's following in behind. And we want to head into the central chamber here. Now what we need to do is we position ourselves on top of this like opening, and we then release one of these. So if I jettison that, did that actually go in? No. Alright, well, let's pick it up again. Where the fucking hell's it gone? There it is. I've got to put them into the right fucking slots, and I can never remember which one. It gives you a sort of visual indication. I have a funny feeling this is the one for the... yeah, okay, alright, let's put it into this one then. Right, that's gone in. And there it is, you see it's just emerged right there. Right. So now we'll put the next one Yep, that's gone in. And there it is right there. Now, it needs one more, because it needs a Thargoid link, which we need to pick up from one of the side places here. And voila. So grab that. Try to grab it. Why the fuck isn't it letting me pick it up? Okay, why am I going straight through it? I should be able to collect that. Let's try this one. Why the fucking hell is it doing this? I got my scoop open. I've got nothing in the inventory. Have I got to shoot it and knock it down? Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. That I think is a fairly recent addition. I don't remember it needing that done before. Right. Now we come back to the central chamber. We need to find which of these is still empty. It's the one over here. Right, Panther, have you got all of the codex entries for in here? That's in. I believe so. Okay. So now we use the old data link scanner to activate it. And there we go. You can now see the galaxy map that has appeared right above you. And for ages, loads of people thought that was it. But in fact, yeah, you get these discovered logs. So you get all of these new systems here. So unknown signal detected, source of signal, unknown device implied each sector, blah 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 blah. Language algorithm unable to translate, raw signal audio accessed. So we play it. Not playing. Sometimes it does, and you get some like weird fucking audio, but of course now it's not doing it. So it's showing, actually it's showing us the same system for all three. Let's see if we access it again while that map is still showing. No, it hasn't done anymore. But we have an unknown signal in Pleiades sector MC-VC2-0. So what you would do, make a note of that, and then you would head over to that system. I have a funny feeling I've already been there actually, but anyway, let's have a look at the chat again. Right, it's all still about Ian Bell and Frontier by the looks of it. Frontier was a great game, no doubt about that. So anyway, that's the map has gone, but we can now pick up the I don't need to worry too much actually about the Thargoid link. So if I pick up the Thargoid probe, trying to actually pick these back up again is, it can be a fucking pain in the arse. So I got that one. And I got that one. But I want to use these again, so let's try and remember which one's going where. So we'll put the probe. No, that didn't work. Let's try putting in the sensor. Yeah, so the sensor's gone in. Where the fucking hell's the probe gone? There it is. So let's put the sensor in. I think this might be the wrong one. I think this is where the link goes. Yeah, it is. Going well. Right, so that is back in. Now, Panther, if you wait here, I need to return to the ship to pick up one more item. So you wait there, and I'll be back in just a few, once this fucking scavenger gets out of the way. Yeah, the lighting inside here is now a lot brighter. Oh, I see. I think the lights from Panther's Python there might be responsible for that. Oh, by the way, did you get that meta alloy, or did you just head straight into the actually inside the base?
Cargo hold at maximum capacity. System disruption.
Headed straight in. There's a delay leaving you through. Yeah. Oh yeah, I knew there's yeah, a bit of a delay through the stream and that. So right. So we are back. Now, you remember what I said when I was picking up the items to bring with me to activate this thing, that that's been taken, right? That yeah, Guardian and Thargoid items, they interact with each other. Well, you'll see that I have a Thargoid probe, Thargoid sensor, and a Guardian casket attached here. Panther, let me make a bit of a suggestion. Move towards one of these exit tunnels and be ready to reverse. Because although they are all interchangeable, yeah, they do interact with each other. They were at war with each other. So when I say they interact, it's not always favourably. So right, are you able to see the device where you are? Might be an idea if you use one of the other tunnels or something. Actually, I'll tell you what, you stay where you are, I'll go and use one of the other escape tunnels, because yeah, we'll want to use them. So they're all in there. Thargoid device is all primed to be used, so now we get ready to use it, or at least I'll try to. Okay, so I have to do it this way. Here we go. And yeah, and now the the scavengers are now attacking because I've put the okay, now put the Guardian device in there, and they don't like that. I'm gonna have to use my turret. Trouble is, there we go. So yeah, the Thargoid device is now relentlessly attacking that Guardian casket, determined to absolutely destroy it. The heat within that central chamber is going up considerably. That's why you had to get out of there. But it does take a little while for it to be able to actually destroy the thing. Okay. Were you able to get away? That's me asking Panther, by the way, because it looks like yeah, I can't actually see him at the moment. Oh, he did a bracer robbing back on his ship, so he's run. So yeah, the heat is just continuing to build up. It's still trying to destroy this thing. The scavengers that weren't actually in the central chamber when I started it, they've gone back to ignoring me. They're still quite okay. Move quick for a fat bloke. Well, all you really need to do is yeah, just back away from the central area down one of those side panels, or side panels, the side tunnels here, because yeah, the heat levels inside go yeah, sky high, while it is just relentlessly attacking the Guardian item that I put in there. I am pleasantly surprised that it was able to do it with the Guardian casket. I was expecting Chernobyl. Well, the thing is, it hasn't finished yet. It's still attacking it. If you were in the central chamber, the heat level would have destroyed your SRB. So we'll let it continue doing its thing. Meanwhile, let's have a check at the Thargoids don't seem as terrifying and deadly as in Elite 1. I would have hardly said they were terrifying in the first Elite, but they were, yeah, they were certainly lethal. You needed to outfit your Cobra quite well in the first Elite. But that said, you can outfit your Cobra as much as you like. You try taking on a Thargoid interceptor in a Cobra, chances are you're not going to come out of it too well. I know there are some players out there who probably could do it, but yeah, not a huge amount. So this device is still relentlessly firing away. Now obviously it does destroy the Guardian casket eventually, but I can't remember if it destroys the probe and the sensor as well. If it does, no big deal, because there we go. Right, so it's all calmed down in here. So Panther, if you want to come back in, and let's have a look and see what is around. Now that Thargoid organic circuitry and technological components, they are all materials that the scavengers drop. So it looks like, yeah, the Thargoid link is still there, but it has destroyed everything that got placed in the holders. So the Thargoid probe and the Thargoid sensor that I used, I should have used a sensor and a link really, but yeah, they have been destroyed along with the Guardian casket. Now it still may not be all over, because a couple of times where I've done this in the past, those two scavengers are attacking. Okay, well, I'll fight back. There we go. Well, that dropped some sensor fragments. If you want to grab them, they are useful. There are more scavengers coming along to attack. Right. I think that's it. I don't think there are any. Oh no, there's another another two scavengers. Hang on a second. Finish these two off. Right, I'm sure that is it as far as scavengers go. Now there's a whole... oh fuck it, no it's not. Two more scavengers coming. Now that must surely be the last of them. Now there's a whole... oh fucking hell, there's more of them! There's a whole slew of materials there which you can pick up. Now surely that is... no, I think they are constantly respawning. So if you want to grab as many of those materials as you can, let me just move my SRV out of the way so you can get in there, and yeah, because they are constantly respawning. Just grab the ones you really want are sensor fragments. If there are any sensor fragments in there, you definitely want them. That looks like that might be the lot. No more scavengers. But there is, yeah, there's a slew of materials here. And of course, because you haven't picked up any materials yet, you've got the capacity to collect the whole lot of them. So again, just deploy your cargo scoop, select which ones you want from the, you can either target it or select it from the contacts tab, and just drive over it and you'll pick it up. Right, let's have a look at the chat. Okay, there isn't any. Right, Christian is buggering off. Need to go to sleep. We'll catch the rest tomorrow. Always fun watching your streams. Okay. I mean, this one's nearly over anyway. We'll just let Panther grab whatever materials he wants from here. But yeah, what I was saying, this still may not be it, because a couple of times I've done this in the past, and then when you leave the base, a Thargoid interceptor comes along to sort of check out what the fucking hell was going on. But he doesn't attack you, he doesn't sort of, you know, open fire on you or anything like that, so you've got nothing to worry about. I honestly can't tell if Panther is either stuck or if he's just going backwards and forwards picking up all of these materials here. I can certainly see that the old materials count is going down. He's picked up a decent amount of them, that's for sure. Yeah, I think I'm standing on top of one of them, so I'll move back a bit. Right, so yeah, all of the materials should now be in reach. It looks like that's a lot of them, unless I'm out of range of some of them. They do, you know, they have a finite time limit. They're not going to be there all the time, so it could even be that they've timed out. Nevertheless, that was yeah, a good number of them. Now let's see if we can get out of here and not attract the attention of any Thargoid interceptors, especially as it looks like there were some more scavengers in there that had just shown up. So, do you want to pick up the meta alloy before you go, or you don't need to transfer materials to the ship? They stay in your inventory all the time. They're completely separate. I've still got my one Guardian relic. A bit hard to see what he's actually doing at the moment. It also looks like there are a load of hostile scavengers. Actually, no, they're staying in the base. I thought they may be coming out after us, but no, they're not interested. They're just staying in there. Well, let's see if we can find that meta alloy, and you can at least nab that. Yeah, there are some scavengers out here and they're still showing as neutral, so they don't give a monkeys. Now let's take a look and see if we can find that meta alloy. It's probably right around where the ships are parked, but I'm doing a lap anyway just in case. no Thargoid showing up anyway. Where is he? I'm just having a look around to see if I can spot the fucking thing. It's in one of these barbs. Trying to see which fucking one. Here it is. Yeah, you see my where my SRV is. There's an organic structure right in front of me, and the metal alloy is growing on that. And I've got a scavenger that's paying me some pretty close attention. I wonder if he's going to try attacking. All three of them. They're not attacking though, they're just... well, now they are.
Target destroyed.
There we go.
Target destroyed.
So there's now also a few more materials around where I am. Trying to see whereabouts he is. I can see him on the sensors. Alright, here he comes. I thought actually that was another I thought that was another scavenger. Yep, that one that you are basically staring right at, that's where the metal alloy is. There you go. If you can't target it manually, target it in the contacts panel, and it's there as a mining fragment. Seeing some more hostile scavengers, 4 of them. If anyone else watching this is wondering what the hell is going on, you're not the only one. Yeah, you can drive over it. That's how you pick it up. Yeah. Did he collect it? Yeah, it looks like it. I'm not seeing it on the contacts anymore. There we go. Right. Now, seeing as we've managed to wouldn't let you target it until it stopped moving. Yeah, if you target it in the contacts panel here, you would see it towards the bottom as a mining fragment. And you just select it there. Makes it a lot easier. But yeah, now that we've managed to annoy all of the scavengers in the area, or at least the 4 that we haven't destroyed, I think it's time to head back to the carrier. And once we've done that, I think it will be time to bring this live stream to an end, because it has been going for an awful lot longer than I thought it was going to go on for. Right, let's have a check of the chat. Looks like it has died a death, so yeah, I think that is as good a place to end the stream as any. So yeah, there we go. Exploring Thargoid space and planetary bases. Nice and easy, eh? Right, that's that stream done then. So yeah, now go away.